cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is Music Monday, and I'm your host, Slash. And with me, I got Comedian 96, K Money, Freddie G. Together, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. All right, and welcome back to another Music Monday. Of course, y'all know we got another great show for you this week. But before I start, I want to say my condolences to DJ Unk's family. He just passed in the last couple of days, so we lost another, rapper per se. I would consider what was the song that he had?
Walk It Out.
Walk It Out.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a good hit song, but would he be considered as a one-hit wonder of hip hop?
I think so.
Because he only had that one song, right?
I think so.
So now that's what today's show is about. The one-hit wonders of hip hop. Not just necessarily the 90s or 2000s. This is just overall. Mm-hmm. Since we've had hip hop period, there's been a lot of one hit wonders. A lot of great songs, a lot of great artists, but one hit wonder. They had one good song
right
that everybody knew and they never did it again. Now, my first group I want to talk about, y'all remember these guys, young guys. They was really, really good. Can't take nothing from them, man. But y'all remember Crisscross, right?
Yeah, jump,
man. Mm-hmm. One hit wonders, man.
One passed away, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jermaine Dupri, of course, was the actual producer of these guys who brought them in and created, a lifestyle for them. They actually had their own way of design, considering, I'm guessing that it was the person who done their wardrobe. Yeah, had them wear the clothes backwards.
Well, actually, I heard something dealing with Jermaine Dupri where he said that actually he was in the mall and he saw them and they was wearing their clothes like that.
Oh,
and
really?
he's like all of the girls and everybody was around them
trying to figure out.
He was trying to figure out who the hell are these dudes? Yeah. They already stars. Who are these dudes?
Yes. So they had.
But they were wearing their clothes. They were wearing their clothes
backwards
like that.
Already.
That's what they were doing.
Now, Crisscross was a great group, of course, with the song Jump, Jump, Jump. But what else did they have? Did they have anything? That's the only one I can remember.
They had one with a old school beat, just the one other song. I can't remember what it's called.
They put out an album, didn't they?
They did. They had an album.
So I get it now. The one hit wonder. Yeah. So they did have other songs, but they don't come to mind.
Yes.
And then those songs, if I hear them now, I'm like, okay, yeah, I do remember that. It was pretty good. They were pretty good songs.
But it wasn't
when
the
you
hit.
Think of Crisscross, you think of Jump.
Now, I'll tell you what we used to call that in my early parts of days of being in the studio and working with artists. We used to call them not one hit wonders. We used to call them microwave hits because they blew up so fast, and once they cooled down, it was over. You know how you put your food in the microwave and get hot fast.
But no. I used to think one hit wonder. That's why I said I've always wanted you to have this show because after I saw the guy from the one that sings Just Got Paid Friday Night. Yeah, remember we did
Terrence Trent D'Arby.
Johnny Kemp.
That's Johnny Kemp.
Johnny Kemp. That was back in the 80s, right?
Right.
But he just did an interview probably about 5 years ago. He said when the Backstreet Boys did it, this is the most money he's ever seen in his life. So that was over 30 years later.
Right.
But when they did the song, was it the same song?
It's the song, yeah. They sung his song.
One hit.
Yeah, but
it's still the same song.
But it's not faded because in the
it's one
musician.
We're not talking about faded. It's one hit.
What I should have opened up with was I have a lot of questions. I'm glad you're talking about this show, Slash, because I have a lot of questions about the money, the royalties, and all that of these one hit wonders, because like I said, that was 30 years later. This man said, "Man, I ain't never seen that much money in my life."
And you know what? I'll tell you, which is why the entertainment or music portion of entertainment is so important, because in reality, it only takes one hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
It only takes one hit. But when you think about some of these artists out here that make hit after hit after hit after hit, those are the rich people.
Those are the rich ones. Yeah.
You can make one hit and be rich. You make 2 or 3 hits, you filthy rich, if your paperwork is straight. If nobody's out here trying to screw you, like we know the profession is. You know, everybody's trying to get over on somebody. You come up with that one hit. Now, here's the thing. If you are a one-hit wonder, let's just say I made a bad song, a hit. It's it, you know. And it took me another year and a half to come up with another hit. Well, at this point, I'm no longer a one-hit wonder because I got another song. But now my money is going up. So you have to stay consistent and you have to drop more often. But these artists just didn't do that.
Gotcha.
And I think that's, you know, a major portion of why we don't hear these artists no more. Mm-hmm. You have to know how to recreate yourself and create another hit. So there's not a lot of hit makers. You may get lucky and come up with a hit, but people who you hear, they got several different hits, man. They made for that.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember Skee-Lo?
Yep. Wish I was a baller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wish I was a baller.
Wish I was a little bit taller.
Yeah.
Wish I had a girl who looked good. I would call her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One hit wonder, man.
Yeah. One hit.
I love that song, but I don't know what happened to him. It had the catchy lyrics, the catchy beat. The video was even nice.
I seen that on the commercial.
Yeah, they was using it.
They was using it
Yeah.
on the commercial.
That's what I mean by the royalties and stuff.
Well, that's where the royalties come in.
Yeah.
If you have one and you get that pull, then yeah, it's back on in your life. You know what I mean? So it's not a bad thing being a one-hit wonder if you can get, you know, the benefits of it. But some of these artists just was one-hit wonders. They gave us good songs, and that was it. Don't know what the financial portion of these people's work was, but eventually they made something. Now, I know this one for the ladies. I know they remember this. In 2002, she came out with a hit song, My Neck, My Back.
Kaya.
Yeah.
Out of Florida.
Yeah, she did that, and then she did Lick It Now, Lick It Good.
Yeah, she did that.
That's the same
That's the same song.
Yep.
But that was one hit. What else did she have
Nothing.
that you can remember?
Nothing.
I don't remember nothing else.
I think she been on like social media talking a lot of trash here lately.
Well, wasn't Nas dating this girl at one point?
No, he was dating Khalees.
He was dating Khalees. Okay, different people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yeah, she had that, came out in 2002.
I'm sorry, Slash. Now I think of it, I think Khalees had a one hit too.
She did.
My milkshake
brings all the boys to the yard.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I was getting the two mixed up.
That I always have got them mixed up, and I think it's because of the names. The K's.
Yeah.
Kaya,
No.
Yeah.
One looks like
not-
she could be Sexy Red Sister, and the other one, let me stop. The other one's beautiful. I'm just
He
saying.
obsessed with Sexy Red.
You like Sexy Red?
No,
for
I
real?
said one looks like she could be Sexy Red Sister, which is Kaya. And then the other one, it is, I mean, it is.
Look like she could be your sister.
No, that was beautiful. No, the milkshake girl.
So Cannabis,
Yep.
second round KO.
knockout.
Yeah,
Second round knockout.
that was his only hit
against LL. This
and
against
that
LL.
was in 1998. So it's been a long time, but he hit number 13 on the hip hop and R&B charts. So that was pretty good. Now you said he was going against LL at this time.
And I'm on the cool longevity.
Yeah.
LL got him.
Now
But the song,
Cannabis went off. Huh?
Cannabis got him, man. Cannabis got him.
Now my
In my
thing
opinion.
is, LL is one of the toughest people to rap against, man. I mean, especially back in these days in the 90s. You know, LL was hot in the 80s, in the 90s. He was one that you really didn't want to contest rap-wise. And even now, right now today, LL still got it, man.
I think he would win now.
Yeah.
He dropped an album, man. He got a song with Eminem. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, the Murdergram.
But he got some flow, man. He got a nice flow.
Yeah.
Slash,
yeah.
we were talking before the show about, artists reinventing themselves, and
Right.
L has shown and proven
That he can do
he
it.
can do so and
Yeah.
keep up with,
He should be
Today's
number one.
time.
He should be number one before Jay-Z, before everybody. I'm sorry. When you consistent like that and you still got it after all them years, you've been consistent.
Well,
even though
LL
you hadn't dropped nothing, all your stuff was number one prior.
I
and
want
then-
y'all to think about this.
Yeah.
And if you could think this far back, LL was the reason why the word GOAT became what it was. LL was the first person they was calling the GOAT.
He coined it.
You know what I mean?
His
so
album.
did.
He had an album called GOAT.
He's the
Oh yeah.
he's the original
The
reason why.
originator.
Yeah. So there is no outdoing LL, I don't think. But like I say, Cannabis did a good job, but he never reinvented himself as an artist. So we gonna roll on. Sugar Hill Gang, y'all remember them? Rappers Delight. Yeah, they only had that one hit.
Yeah, you got one hit.
But I mean that started the hip hop game altogether.
Yes, sir.
And I think it would have been so much better had they had a complete album of hits that we, would do. I mean, that we would know.
Delight was so long, hell, it was almost as long as the album.
Damn album. 23 minutes
Yeah,
long.
man. And then it only peaked at 36 on Billboard Top 100. Seemed like it should have been a little lower, 15.
A little higher on the Billboard chart.
It should have been, somewhere in a better position. But again, that was in 1980. So this was the beginning era of hip hop music. Now, although they did get a lot of fame, they just never made another mainstream success.
I think part of it had to do with the female. It was a lady manager
that was over them. Yeah.
and-
well,
and
she was
allegedly-
right too.
Yeah, allegedly she wasn't packing fair either.
It could have been, and we know this, of course, about the entertainment world. It's always somebody over you that kind of ends up getting the most of the money.
Biggest slice of the pie.
Yeah, and it always is like that. But the thing about music is you never get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. And which is why your negotiation skills have to be on point, because they're not going to give you what you worth.
Now, I'm wondering, did Sheik get paid from that? Because, the song Good Times
Was the music
is the music
from Sheik.
to Rappers
Yeah,
Delight. So
right.
that's Sheik's song.
You know what? They probably
so
got
I'm sure
some kinda-
Sheik got paid.
Yeah, they probably got some kind of mechanical fee for the use of that. Because not long after that song came out, they used it to rap on it. I used to like that song. Good Time.
Yeah, and I think too that was the beginning of the transition from disco to rap.
To rap, yeah.
Now this is why I'm hot. Mims.
Yep.
Oh.
That's all he had. Mm-hmm. But it was big on the radio. It was big in the club. Mm-hmm. And he made a really, really great commercial success from this one song. Mm-hmm. This is why I'm hot. But again, never did another one. I don't know if these artists say, because mentally, I try to think mentally what an artist feels like when they got that number one song. Is it to where they like, man, this song hot, I'm going to live off this song, I'm going to do great. But after all of the living, you forget about making another song.
Yeah, I think they get lazy.
They get a little lazy,
They lose that passion that they probably once had.
And not knowing that eventually this money's going to wither.
Let me ask you this: do you believe that artists know? Well, sometimes you can listen, you can write something or do something like, you know what, this is really, really hot.
Right.
People gonna feel this.
Right.
But I would think that an artist would feel that way about every song he or she writes. Mm-hmm. It's the public that dictates whether
What's
or not,
good or not.
it's gonna take off.
Uh-huh.
Because as an artist, I'm asking you this question, Slash. As an artist back in the day, if you wrote a song and you recorded it or whatever, I can imagine by the time that it made it to being recorded, how many times you may have balled up paper and threw it away,
yeah.
because you didn't like how it sounded.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if the artist get a little lazy and be like, you know what, I'm gonna live off of this?
I think so, yes, but two, I think some of them don't. I think again, some of them just not meant to make another hit. You know what I mean? Because it's like you say, you don't determine what the hit is.
Yeah.
It's the listeners.
It's the people, yeah.
It's the people who buy the records.
It's possible they can't handle that success.
And that's another thing, too. They probably can't handle the success. And mentally, you have to be strong enough to say, you know what, I can make another hit.
So let me ask you this then. That's good. You said that. So K-Money, you said they probably can't handle this success. I think that for those artists make a hit, go and possibly an album comes with the hit, right? And they get all the fame, then they spiral into drugs maybe, or they just walk away and be like, man, this is just too much, I walk away. But what about the artists that made that hit, constantly putting out albums? That tells me if you're constantly putting out albums, the drive is there. You still writing, you still trying, you still try. So you got the drive. You didn't get lazy. You just can't make another hit.
You set the bar too high on that first one.
It can also be political with this, because what comes with a hit before it becomes a hit is the promotion put into it to make it a hit.
Okay.
So politically, that can be an issue too. Maybe after that first one hit, the people who put the money said, well, now this one ain't like that one.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? And they can kind of say, well, we're not going to put as much money behind it.
So let me ask you this then, and not to get too far out, but this is a really good topic, right? I don't know what's on your list of hits, but I'm going to say something that may sound controversial when it comes to Houston artists. I don't look at them as a one-hit wonder, but I can make an argument that they are one-hit wonders.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to tell you who it is.
Who you think?
The Ghetto Boys. My mind playing tricks on me.
Yeah, they can't make another one of those. You will never make another one. Now, here's the thing.
I don't think that me personally, because I'm a super Ghetto Boy fan.
Yeah.
I love damn near all of their music, right?
Yeah.
I mean, all of these songs are good songs.
Yeah.
But when you look at it as a whole,
that's a good point right there, Freddie G.
That's one hit.
You can never make another one like that.
But okay, so they did make several albums, right?
That's what I just said.
Yeah. Okay.
They wasn't lazy. They kept going. They kept working. They putting in the work. Hell, you got a megastar. Well, not really a megastar, but you got your favorite rapper that emerged as the front runner from the group.
Right.
You had multiple parts to come in and out of the group.
Right.
But which means they were still producing records, making records.
Yeah.
But
never another.
My mind playing tricks on
if you lived in another city, what other song would you hear from the Ghetto Boys?
Mind playing,
that's the
mind
one.
playing tricks on me. In Japan, playing tricks on me all day long.
I'm glad that you mentioned that from a powerful group such as the Ghetto Boys, because here's a powerful artist that was on a powerful label around other powerful artists that only had one hit. She was good. She was raw. She had Afro puffs.
Rage.
Rock on with your bad self. She had one hit. Afro puffs.
She did.
Yep.
Came off the dopest label back in those times, around the dopest artists. You had her around Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Daz, the Dillinger. You know, all of these West Coast artists, she fit right in, but she only had one hit.
Now let me ask you this. Now, you mentioned something dealing with political earlier.
Right.
I think that part of the reason her growth was stunted is because she wasn't a priority.
Possibly.
At the label.
Possibly.
By the time you got Snoop, you got Pac, you got Dre.
You had too many hitters.
Yeah. And I don't think that she wasn't a priority.
But at least they gave her a shot. I can say that. They gave her a shot. They put her on a good song. They gave her Afro. Well, she created Afro Pups. And, you know, she just never made another one. And I've seen Rage lately. Rage still looks good.
She sure do.
I like Rage as far as her rap style. I liked her cadence, everything about her. What she gave to the hip-hop community from a female's perspective was once never there. Because, remember, she put the G in the female rapper. All the other girls was talking about dancing and freaky stuff. Well, Rage was on some, it's gangsters.
Yeah.
You know,
Here go a fun fact. Did you know that Rage's people are from South Park?
I did not know.
I did not know that.
I would love to meet them. Do you know these people personally?
No, I actually heard her on Willie D's podcast.
Wow. I didn't know
Damn,
that. I'd
did not
love
know
to
that.
meet her people because I think we would actually see how down to earth Rage really is. Because what I know about people here in Houston, South Park, Third Ward area, because of the area, it's a lot of good people. You know, everybody's down to earth. You know, not necessarily to where they really hating on nothing, but you got a lot of down to earth people that came out of these areas, Third Ward, South Park, Sunnyside. So I can see where if she ever been here to visit with her family, I could see her being down to earth, just like a lot of people here, you know. But wish she would have had another song. But like I say, she featured on songs where she did really good verses, and I think Rage was writing her own material, which made her the Lady of Rage, you know.
Hey, that album, though, that Afro Puffs came on was a nice album. You know, I remember bumping. I can't recall some songs, but I do recall it being a nice album.
Yeah,
especially Dre production.
Yeah, anything Drake. She just didn't have that. But again,
that push.
It could have been
All
political.
the label mates,
like you
man,
say,
them label mates.
She was on there with too many hitters, man.
Yeah.
You on there with Snoop, Pac, and Dre. It's gonna be tough.
asking for
Then
trouble.
you got the Dog Pound,
Dog Pound,
hanging around.
Mailman, and all these other people. Oh yeah, she had it tough to be the female. It was only two. It was her and Jewels.
Yep.
Remember Jewels?
Yep.
She never had an album, but she would do all the singing.
Vocals, some vocals.
Man, Jewels was tough, man. I mean, you know, those were the ladies of Death Row.
Yo. Oh, she was not with. She was with Q. That's right. Never mind.
So now, I put my hands up on my hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip.
Was that the
Who's
69 Boys? Or
That was 69 Boys, wasn't it?
who was that?
This was Freak Nasty.
Freak Man.
The dip.
all
that's
of them
different.
kind of come the same.
I think that was an era with
When
the
I
69
dip,
Boys.
you dip, we dip.
There's an era with the Salento.
Yeah, you had
It
the
was an
69
era.
Boys.
69 Boys,
Yeah.
Salento. All
It was
them.
a couple
It
of
was
people.
a little.
Yeah.
It was that's the dance season right.
Yeah.
That was Florida. That was when they was hot.
So that's Freak Nasty. You know, he had a good song, and this was the dance era of hip hop because now they try to do it, but dancing changed. It's no feeling in it. But yeah, this was the stages of the rap music starting to make you dance. Now this was released in 1996, and it was number 15 on the Hot 100 charts. So it was the only hit that Freak Nasty had. Freak Nasty just couldn't come up with another one. But he was on every DJ playlist, and probably still till this day when they go into that era of music, I'm sure this is one that they're going to play. You know, hands up on my hip, when you dip, we dip. But either way, Freak Nasty, the name itself, I could see where that might hold him back from from another hit.
Yeah, you
know
can't
what
put
I'm saying?
that on your toasted oat cereal.
Well,
Well,
the thing is, the title of your song is what's gonna have to be mature because Freak Nasty's just not it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The name itself. But, you know, shout out Freak Nasty, man. I mean, it was one of the hits of the times that, you know, we lived in. Now, this guy I'm gonna talk about, I actually done shows with him, toured with him. He's a really great DJ. From DC. He had one hit, and actually when we was on the road with this guy, this was the hit.
I know who it is.
You know who it is?
Somebody make some noise in this joint, man. Out of DC.
DJ Cool.
Yep.
Let me clear my throat.
That's him.
Man, let me tell you something. We was on the road with this song where it was me and Point 380, of course, me and Too Fancy, we was a group, but we was also on the tour bus with DJ Cool, Fiend, Mystical, Partners in Crime, the Ghetto Twins. It was a lot of us all together doing this little tour thing. So we would, you know, go, stop, get off the bus, get back on the bus, everybody. We had this whole, the whole drive. You got a list of rappers on the bus, so you can imagine what this ride was.
Yeah.
The whole time from city to city, nigga, it's just rapping going on. Just the whole goddamn bus. It's your turn to rap. Mystical say his shit. we'll say our shit. DJ Cool will say his shit. Everybody was doing their shit. But when I tell you DJ Cool, out of all the people on this bus, I think he was the most understood person as far as being human when it comes to shit going on or shit not going right. This guy was the guy who could mediate whatever situation it was. So DJ Cool, man, I'm telling you, really cool brother. And this song, Let Me Clear My Throat, when we would go out, okay, so now it's time to do the shows. Everybody's order, you know, you had a list or the order the artist would perform in. DJ Cool was closer to the end. Mystical was last. But DJ Cool, when his set came, man, the people was going nuts off Let Me Clear My Throat. It was jamming, man. Have mercy, babe. I hope you don't mind. DJ Cool, shout out, man. Cool brother. And I mean, they considering it a one-hit wonder, which I'm guessing it is, because he never came with another song. Although he had an album. But he never did a song as big as that. And this is when I learned that DC was creating its own type of music by, you know, knowing DJ Cool. The girl came out of there. I consider her a one-hit wonder. I cannot think of her name. But when she dropped her song, immediately after that, Beyonce music started sounding like this.
I know you're talking about. Oh, man.
Her name starts with an A.
I know you're talking. God, I know exactly.
A singer?
Yeah. And soon as Beyonce dropped Crazy in Love, it's the same beat.
Algebra?
And she a light-skinned
It's not Algebra,
girl.
not
with-
Algebra.
Yeah,
No.
I know you're talking about.
This girl,
a mirror.
something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anne-Marie?
A-Marie.
A-Marie?
A-Marie.
Oh!
A-Marie.
You know what? Yeah.
A-Marie started
Yes.
that shit that Beyonce got on
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah, you know what?
So
I didn't
her
think
style,
about that.
her style was definitely picked and used by Beyonce,
Yeah.
and Beyonce took off with it. But A-Marie she started.
She was,
that.
she looked good too. I thought she was gonna be the one.
Considered a one-hit wonder. Now here's a one-hit wonder. Everybody in the world.
So wait, just go back to Anne-Marie. That girl had that whole album. That's bad because that whole album, I can see a one album wonder
Now, but see,
because they played all those.
They only played that one song.
that was her biggest song.
Her
Which one?
biggest song that sounds like crazy. The
You mean
the
this one
drum
thing that
patterns
got
in
me
there.
feeling?
That.
Yeah.
No, they got so many things I'm going through.
You know that.
Everybody
Yeah,
knows
but
that song too.
Yeah,
That's-
but her hit was the first song that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Which makes her a one-hit wonder.
but it was all on the same album.
Right. So
one
which
album
mean
wonder.
she'd have to come up with another album with another hit on it. 2 songs off one album don't really count.
Correct. That's what. Okay, so I got a question.
When you
Hopefully
release that second album, you better have a hit on that too. That's
Got
what's
you.
gonna keep you circulating.
Okay, so now I have a question later. I'm gonna see if you bring them up on the list.
So now this song I want to go into. I think everybody knows this song. We all vibe to it. It was one of the biggest songs in the 90s. I had mine on it, and I hope everybody else had theirs on it. But I
got 5.
I had 5
the
on it.
Loonies.
Loonies, they
Yes.
never did anything else.
No, bro,
That
that
was
was
a one
it.
hit wonder.
I had 5 on it.
I got
Every
5
time.
on
And I
know,
understood what
yeah.
they said about having 5. Man, don't come over here trying to smoke and you ain't got 5 on it, man. You're going to have to put your 5 down, man, because
Yeah.
guess what? I'm going to have to go buy me some more. So, yeah, the Loonies, man, one hit wonder, but again, a good group, you know, and I think they could have reinvented themselves. A lot of times what it takes for these artists to reinvent themselves, see, back then you wasn't getting features like they doing features now. They wasn't using other artists to make themselves hot. That wasn't that big back then. And I think that's what probably was necessary back in this era for them to have greater hits, because you have to kind of be in the studio with other people, and not to say that you stealing from them, but you getting ideas. It's helping you come up with newer stuff, help you reinvent or recreate stuff. They just didn't have, you know, that second hit.
I got a guy, man, that I want to know if y'all consider him a one hit wonder. It's a guy he's out of Milwaukee by the name of Cool Cal.
I never heard of
He
it.
had a song called My Projects.
Never heard of this
I never
guy.
heard of that one.
You ain't never heard of
So yeah, he's considered a one hit wonder. Because I never heard of it.
I mean, was it a hit though, Fred?
I think it was. In My Projects.
Oh,
Dun,
yeah.
Dun,
Yeah, I
dun,
remember
dun,
that.
In My Projects. Dun,
Yeah, I
dun,
remember.
I got one.
You never heard it?
No.
You remember him, K-Money?
I do. I remember the song. I don't remember his name.
Cool Cal.
I don't remember.
Okay, I got one. One you might not want over your list. Okay, you tell me if this group made 8 albums, but in 2013 they had 3 songs that were I and the Whisper song. All those songs
Whistle While You Twerk.
Yes, all that was on the 2013 Yin Yang Twins.
Yeah.
So they had 8 albums.
They on there.
But
They on the list. Yeah.
Okay,
You
because
think
they had 8
You
albums.
think that one hit one?
They on there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they only had one
They didn't
album
have-
with all those songs. But
all
them
the-
other 8 albums, I don't know.
You
none
see
of
what I'm
their
saying?
songs.
You can't. If you gotta know
seven
how
of
to
them.
spread hits out because it's just not gonna all happen in the same year.
Here goes something that they produced. Well, that I don't know if there's any lyrics to it though. From the Yin Yang Twins, and you hear it all the time. You hear it every year. It never stops.
Till the sweat drip down my balls.
No, not that.
That's the
one.
same
Not-
album. That's
not-
the same
not
album.
that.
The 2000 ass.
It's
ass
the
in-
football.
in-
Dun, dun, dun. And all right, dun. All of the football
Okay, they
songs.
used the song.
Oh,
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. I don't remember that.
I don't remember the song.
Yeah, it's the football song.
So now this is one person. I forgot completely about this guy. Do y'all remember Afro Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Because
Till
I got high.
Because I got
Yeah.
Hey, 2001, man, he released that song and he rapped about all the things he was gonna do,
But he
didn't do it because he got high. I think that song may be very important in today's world because there's so much getting high going on.
Shit, I know I could relate.
You know, and you tend to forget things that you need to do. But normally, you know, they used to say that weed was the fucking drug.
Yeah.
So he explained, fuck it. I'm high. I'm not doing it. I was supposed to do this. I was going to go to work.
Till I got high.
I was going to pay my child support, but I got high. And that's not the exact order that he's saying it in, but these are the things that he's saying.
He had good intentions.
He had good intentions, but getting high.
He got high.
Just didn't help him. So now, Tipsy. Jaquan.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy?
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Country remake.
Yeah.
This was
Shabuzi.
2004. You say it was a country remake?
Shambuzi.
Shambuzi.
This year.
Yeah. His pop country remix.
And you know
of our
what's
song.
You know what's so
Yeah.
crazy? It sound like something Clips would do. They use the same beat, and I'm like, I thought that was Clips all the time.
Now this dude here, Watch Me Whip.
Nene? Yeah, he passed away. Salento.
Sorry about him passing, but that was a one-hit wonder. Now here's this goes in Comedian '96, the era that you mentioned, the group of dance songs and the group of artists tag team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
So that was 1993, and I think it was in the movie on the soundtrack, the Addams Family Values.
The Addams Family.
So that was really big to have that song on a movie soundtrack. So that can make them a one-hit wonder, especially if you don't come with nothing else, you know. Mm-hmm. But they were nominated for a Grammy in 2024.
For that song?
Uh-huh.
God damn.
Man, you know, I just thought of a one-hit wonder. I don't know if that's on your list. But, hey, baby.
Yeah. I don't know if I think
Hurricane
he is.
Chris?
Hurricane Chris.
Hurricane
Yeah.
Chris.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, and I met Hurricane Chris, man, when he first came out. We were in a small town in Louisiana. I think it was either Louisiana or Alabama where we ended up on the same show. And short guy, little bitty dude. And, man, I tell you, they loved him.
Yeah.
But he never had another song, you know.
God.
But this group, y'all know this song, Teach Me How to Dougie.
Yep.
Cali
Yeah.
Swag District, one-hit wonder. Never had another.
Golly.
Now, that was a big song, you know. They was teaching you how to do the Dougie Fresh. But remember, Dougie Fresh created the dance.
This sure
Yep.
did.
It's named after him.
It's named after him. So, one-hit wonder there. And now here we got, y'all remember this song? Pop, Lock, and Drop It.
Yep.
Yep.
Huey. One-hit wonder. These are dance
Golly.
songs, though, you know.
Hey, what group was that?
Huey. Huey.
Yeah, it was one guy.
I thought that was Crime Mob all this time.
It was it did because they came out around the same time. Yeah. This was in 2006 when he released that. That was his biggest song. Never had another one, So shout out though, Huey, man. Come on with another dance tune, man, because they need you right now. Now, do y'all remember Jibs? Do your chain hang low?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That song ain't not even good 5-7 years old, maybe? 8?
Well, it was a top 40 hit, man. He only made it to 54. But, again, Chain Hang Low, man, was a good song, and it was a catchy song. He made it to number 7 on the Billboard 100. And he made his song got big because of ringtones. Remember, everybody was buying ringtones and ringtones. Well, his song was one of the most requested ringtones.
I can see that because it sounds like the ice cream truck coming.
Over 20,000 ringtone downloads for that, which I'm guessing was pretty good. Now, I'm going to wrap it up with this group. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore.
I'm odd.
Yeah, so they had a good song, which was number 26 on the Hot 100 charts. So they never did do another one, but they found success from this song. It was 3 of them. I don't know what they're doing right now, but I always wonder, are any of these guys behind the scenes in the music industry now, helping anybody? Producing or writing. You always wonder if they do anything like that. But again, being a one-hit wonder does not mean that you cannot reinvent yourself and create another song. So a lot of y'all, if y'all are behind the scenes, just kind of give advice on how to create a hit single, because I'm telling you, it's no different now than it was back then. It's just being different. It's not being a cookie cutter operation. Don't try to sound like this guy or that guy. Always be yourself. Always be original. Be a creator. And always keep your mindset in the right place, because you never know how the industry's going to treat you. So always stay humble. I'm out. Peace. Y'all holla back. So that's all, y'all, for this edition of Music Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and check out True Tuesday with K Money. Hit that like button. Subscribe and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, The 52 Scott Podcast. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast.